Welcome to JD's Prep. For the next few questions, we're going to be talking about nor'easters. We'll start with the information about them. They are large low-pressure storm systems. They move along the east coast of the U.S. So the wind over the land generally comes from the northeast, which would be up here, as the center of the low passes by a location, hence the name nor'easter. So due to the circulation of winds around the center of the low-pressure system, you can kind of see a center in here, large amounts of precipitation occur as moist air is carried from the ocean to the land. All right, so our first question is to describe two characteristics of the circulation pattern of the surface winds around the center of the low pressure area represented on the map. So low pressure areas right here, we already know that the winds are coming inward, and we can see the general movement is going to be counterclockwise. So those would be the two words that I would use: inward and counterclockwise. The next question asks us to circle the terms that best describe the relative moisture and relative temperature characteristic of the MT air mass compared to the CP air mass. This legend right here is from your reference tables, just to remind you. So MT stands for maritime tropical, CP continental polar. So compared to the continental polar, the maritime tropical will be more humid. It's maritime. Will always have more humidity, and the tropical versus the polar will be warmer, right? This next question asks us to identify the name of the storm track. They've given us some options in this map that this nor'easter most closely followed. So we have been told here that these storms usually intensify off the North Carolina coast as they track towards the northeast. And that is going to take us on this storm track. So correct answer here would be East Gulf. Next, we're asked to use the weather conditions highlighted in this table to complete a station model. So I'm going to start with a circle. So first off, we are told that the cloud cover is 100%. Down here, these are from your reference tables. This is the legend that you'll probably need. But if it's 100%, we need to shade in that circle to indicate that cloud cover. The present weather is snow. Snow right there. It's going to indicate that with that little star. Barometric pressure, we're going to use the last 3 digits of that up here to the right. And lastly, our dew point is indicated to the bottom left. So your station model should look something like this. And lastly, we're asked to identify one weather instrument that was most likely used to determine the dew point. So this is just an instrument used to determine any dew point, not the specific dew point. But to measure dew point, there's a few different options: hygrometer, a psychrometer, or talking about dry bulb, wet bulb thermometers. Those would all be valid answers. Thank you for using JD's Prep.